Yo guys, you've been TFT here. I wanna go over today's patch 15.2. I wonder what they changed. Power-ups currently, power-up options offered for a champion are excluded from the next options you will see. Next time you use a power-up, we've seen players trying to tailor the power-up selection by using it on different units before using it on their carry. This is an awkward and non-intuitive use of our bad luck power-up protection system. So we're making it so that bad luck protection only applies to concurrent uses on the same champion. Once you have seen a power-up offered for a champion, it is excluded from the next power-up. Okay, so they removed the tailoring tech that's been going on, so that makes the game simpler. Okay. Patch 2.2 removed the ability to tailor power-ups with using another unit. New opening encounters. Note that the Grand Finals is just a standard game of TFT unmodified in its own lane vanilla pilot episode experience. Recall start, upgraded start, augment round swap, earlier snacks, the Grand Finals, Beach Party, Regal Rumble, Winner Circle. I think this is a very good thing because I've noticed that the encounters seem to be a bit repetitive. Like I've played a ton of Crab Rave and Scuttle Puddle opening encounter adjustments. We're taking a pass on all encounter odds to keep the highly inflationary but hype ones less frequent. This will preserve their hypeness, but also make sure we don't slip ever forward into loot inflation. Okay, so the high variance encounters, like Scuttle Puddle, have been made more uncommon. 2-1 round timer, we added 10 seconds to 2-1 to allow everyone a bit more breathing room to get used to all the new content in the Coliseum. We ain't got time to pull up a document. Back to 50 seconds from 60. Huh? Wait, I don't get it. 3-star 5 cost, reintroducing just a touch of counterplay, but trust they'll still be near unstoppable. Okay, this shouldn't matter that much. Large changes. Traits. We're adjusting Crystal Gambit 3 to allow for more control over your cash outs while also lowering the early gem production but raising the later gem production scaling. Expect to gain gems slower in the early game, slightly slower at stage 3 and nearly the same in stage 4 by being able to cash out at 3, 6, 9, 12 losses compared to 4, 8, 12. That sounds smoother. We're able to create smoother power distribution before the 12 loss giga cash out. Meanwhile, we're buffing 5 by making loot easier to acquire. Hopefully to better enable Crystal Gambit 5 tempo play, which we have yet to see find success. I'm not sure about this line because if you have 5 Crystal Gambit on stage 3, you can pretty much tempo your way into transitioning into either AP or AD board depending on your spot. And also, I mean, it's mostly played when you have an emblem, right? So you're playing 5 Crystal Gambit into 7. Lastly, for 5, we're removing the Flicker Blade cash out, which compared to other 5 cash outs was far above our power expectations given the item. I guess this is fair. Now for the big one, Crystal Gambit 7 is our best performing non-chase trait due to the defensive defensive stats, and the accelerated Crystal Gambit 5 rewards, lowering the damage amp and completely cutting the accelerated kill count. But we see the buff to Crystal Gambit 5's lowered kill count requirements as softening the blow. Okay. Both Edgelord and Heavyweight are performing below our standards for a 6-piece straight. They're effectively filler episode quality right now, giving them small buffs in the hopes of seeing reroll Darius and Jay start punching at their root. While Edgelord and Heavyweight are filler episodes, Sorcerer and Prodigy are already at the season finale. We read the manga, so we already know. A small nerf will keep this class back in school. Cruise rockets are blasting off again. Is this necessary? I feel like the crew rockets, the crew reroll in patch 15.1b wasn't as strong compared to other comps like Kisanti, to GP, to Karma. So they're nerfing this. Interesting. Fix the bug where you could get an empty reward from Crystal Gambit 5. I think my friend experienced this yesterday because he was playing Crystal Gambit with the 300 gem cash out, and then he didn't get anything. Then he went Giga 8. Each monster now tracks its own XP separately rather than XP being shared. A monster's XP and levels are saved while it is inactive. Swapping a win, then swapping back on a result, and the monster is setting to level 1. So they nerf Prodigy. Sorcerer by 10 AP. The cruise ship damage by 20. Wow. Lucian 1 and 2 star performs as a great item holder. It can get you far into the late game. We're lowering his consistency as a carry in these stages, but buffing his 3-star form significantly in the hopes that one day he can be more than just a pass off for your karma items. They buff Garen. Nerf Kale. Kale 1, 2, and 3. Nerf Lucian on 1-star and 2-star, but buff is 3-star. More damage. After blinking and cleansing off their B-patch nerfs, we're back for more. Both Katarina and GP are getting hit, but this time we're also adding Rakan to the list. We'll be keeping a close eye on Stretchy Arm's GP post-nerf to ensure he's not making backliners preemptively walk the plank. Yeah, this was very oppressive because with Stretchy Arms, he was also adjusting the range of his ulti. So he could just target your backliner out of nowhere. Adjusting Kobuko to make him less of a utility bot and more of an itemized tank or carry at Mentor 4. Wait, let me update my notes. So, nerfs. Crystal Gambit 7. Prodigy. Sorcerer. The crew. Buffs. Edgelord. Heavyweight. Garen. Okay, Kale nerf. Kale. Lucian. 1 star and 2 star. Lucian 3 star. Dr. Mundo. Nerf. Price of buff. Katarina nerf. Will now dash to her current attack target if no target is within range rather than the lowest held target on the board. So what they did here is fix the bug wherein if you trap your Katarina with 2 range units on the edges of the board of the of the board, then she would just blink to the enemy's backliner if she has enough mana regen, which can be achieved with stuff like over 9k and Protector's Vow. Kobuko stun duration nerfed. No longer ignores some forms of CC immunity. Wait, so this is a nerf. Kobuko. GP. Okay. Gang blank. I should categorize this better. Traits. One cost. One cost units. Two cost units. Traits. Two cost units. So always 2 hexes rather than growing with the range. If no valid target exists, you will fire at this current target. Sounds about right. Rakan max mana nerf 15. Okay, it's the same with his first cast, but subsequent casts, it's a nerf. So he's nerfed. Spoiler's been the go-to choice for the majority of our trainers. So this patch, we're making each little pouch-sized creature worth the pick. Kog'Maw will get more zip to his up. Ramos grow a bit tougher. Darius spell damage buffed. Okay. Darius. Kog'Maw. AP per cast. 1 hit damage. Ramos shield. Ramos's leap now breaks positioning ties with the closest location. I don't know what this means. Send a mana buff. Okay. Same first cast, but subsequent casts. Less mana. 6 on hit passive damage. I think this is a huge buff. Four cost units. Currently, Jarvan 4 can gain mana during a sleep duration. We're fixing that to slightly slow his ability for repeat casts. A bug fix that should leave him in a better spot balance wise too. Jinx is our worst performing 3-star 4 cost, mostly due to a bug preventing her passive from updating with AP and star level. A quick fix here should get you excited for even more ramping attack speed and crits. Okay, I didn't know that Jinx was bugged before. More AD means better single target damage for Polybear, which alongside his ability to increase his attack speed should have him slamming through tanks like they're not tanks. Slash damage per arrow, 13. Oh, Ash was buff. Interesting. Jarvan's mana lock during his entirely duration, even if his shield breaks during sleep. Okay, so I think this is a nerf. Jarvan 4. Jarvan 4. Jinx attack speed passive properly updates with ability power and star level. Okay, so might as well be a buff. Karma spell now less likely to travel to the backline when retargeting. Sounds like a big nerf. The ability to target the enemy backline is very much needed in a lot of comps. I think it's like game deciding factor. Volibear base AD increased by 5. Slam damage. Okay. Wow. Bonus slam damage. I think it's on a buff overall. Five cost units. The man who needs no buff because he is buff is getting a lot buffer this patch. So I'm guessing this is Braum with much more damage to his champion tossing ability as a compensation for this additional damage. Or lowering the amount of poros he gets at 1 star, making so all his poro fans depart upon a loss. But hey, if you're looking to preserve your poro pals, throw Braum an item or 3. Yeah, I guess this makes sense. This is fair because a Braum 1 farming poros and delaying a game can be quite I guess it can turn towards the Braum player's favor because with the delays he gets, he has more chances to make a comeback. I've actually had a game wherein I played against a Braum player that farmed too many poros and we almost reached stage 8. We were at stage 7-6 before I won. Seraphine's ultimate friendship bomb is rocking the Richter scale with joyous connection. Now even more from her friends. She's such a great community maker. But even when she dies mid-cast, she'll be able to unleash a portion of her friendship on those who may resist. If this gives you Fate's airy spirit mom vibes or cultish martyr vibes, you're not wrong. Braum Poro fans per win now. Not just Braum star level. 100%. Is this a nerf or a buff? I guess I would say balanced. When passive auto damage 30, 45, 400 to 10. Wow. Oh, okay. 10, 15 AP magic damage to the target and 40, 60 split among all enemies in the cone. So does this include the target? So 10 plus 40 equals 50. So this sounds like a buff, no? Gwen. Seraphine's base ability damage. Friendship self multiplier. No fires when Seraphine dies min cast. Damage scales proportional to the time chat. I think that's a huge buff. Augments. Many of our augment nerfs have 2 goals. Lower the power ceiling of augments and slow in combat pacing, so while there are a few buffs here and there, especially for a struggling champion especially for our struggling champion augments, the majority of our changes are nerfs. I'm not gonna be reading through this except when I find something super interesting. Double trouble. I wonder if there are any double trouble comps out there. He also buffed give him the chair. Gold Destiny. 4 gold. Gold Destiny plus. From 12 to 6, that's half. Wow. So Gold Destiny plus is hella nerfed. Plus. Worse by 50%. Golden Quest, Twisted Fate. From Wit's End. Static Shift. What is Wit's End? Oh, it's the artifact. From North to Dr. Mundo. 300% base AD to 300% attack damage. Wait, that sounds busted, no? Knuckle Duster Spy. Loot chance decreased to 35%, item chance to 8. Sounds like I shouldn't be clicking on this augment. Last second save. Last second save. Nerf from 30% to 22%. I'm pretty sure you can still click on this augment, but I mean, it's still okay. It's not a sizable nerf. 90 lives is now exclusive with Kingslayer. Grant slightly less rewards. So like, what does slightly mean? 9 lives. What does slightly mean? Power of Friendship, mana regen 2 to 1. Persist 15. Protagonist no longer grants a component anvil. Oops. I think it's still playable. Silver Destiny. Silver Destiny plus. I think. Okay. So if you take Silver and Gold Destiny on stage, 3-2, it's like 50% worse. Slice of life now ends after receiving 1/5 cost. 1/5 cost from 2. So you're down 5 gold. Down 5 gold from previous version. Solo leveling help. Okay. Starfall Nico ability duration nerfed. Wow, this one was already bad. Story up 7 win cash out master upgrade. What? Down 10 gold. I'm never gonna click that on it. Treasure hunt stage 6 and 7 chest remove matches totem now. Random artifact. Efficient's crown removed. 2-star. Artifact. Masterwork. Trickster Street disabled. Okay. Story of 7. Pressure hunt. Massively nerfed. Emblem augments are emblem. Augments could use an update in the items they grant, so they longer require reforgers to avoid an awkward Sunfire Cape when you already have Burn or an Even Shroud when your comp is AP. Battle Academia, Circlet, Rakan. Kraken's Fury. Yeah, I think this makes sense. Shen Yasuo. Set to Udyr. So they nerfed this one. Sterak's Gauge. They buffed the item, but they nerfed the unit. Oh wait, the Circlet is the nerf. Crown is a buff. Yumi Malzahar. This is a nerf. Kisante to Nico. Circlet is nerf. Crown is buffed. Sniper Crown. I guess it's a buff by 1 gold. Blue buff to Jeweled Gauntlet. Locks to Ari. Okay, I guess it doesn't make a big diff. Except for the 1 gold. Nashor's Tooth, Spear of Shojin. I think this is a huge buff. Rise to Ziggs. Gain 1 gold nerf. Kaisa Kali. Gain buff. Raid from Zac to Kisante. Next deck, that's interesting. Well, augment nerf, so slow combat pacing nerfs are strongest core items will also help. Egypt Knight, Shrekker's Flail. Attack speed from 20 to 15, 20 to 10. Will this change anything? I feel like a 50% nerf is too big. I wonder. Let's see the stats in the next few days. Gwen no longer offered hemorrhage. Callista can now be offered efficient. Rice can no longer offer shadow clone. So they removed one of Gwen's most powerful knacks power up. You're adjusting Unstoppable to only work on combat start and takedowns. Power up. So they nerfed all out. They nerfed bullet hell. What else? Golden Edge starting gold 1 to 2. Wow. I feel like that's huge. That trick. Why this touch? Now has a gold tracker and it's so tough. Pursuit logic for safer dash is improved. Clone also has 30% less HP. I mean, you're mostly using that for the backline, so I don't think it's a big nerf. It's mostly used on back. Splitting into I guess stuff like Akali, Smolder, Gwen. Trickster now offered until stage 3. Damage amp. And takedown of the current target. Wow. So it's not when the current target died. So from S tier on a lot of tanks to around B or C. Fire, critical threat, and solar breath. Now creates one hero hologram and double up to account for the teamwork cannon. Fix the bug where Crystal Gambit 7. Our trials. Would not enter all out mode. I guess this explains why you would win some fights. Enter Yasuo would occasionally yeet himself off the board out of combat. No longer has a bug where Garen can regain mana before successfully lances some powered attack. Braun would sometimes be unable to throw Kisanti or to leave him untargetable. Wrong side of the board. Diffuse during combat. Would cause Socialite to lose its effect when the champion walked off the Socialite text. Ballista's Spear will now continue if it kills Kisanti's first life. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I guess that's it. To summarize, avoid playing prodigies or the crew. Kale. Katarina. GP. Karma. Knuckle Duster Spy. Maybe Treasure Hunt as well. Stoppable. Make sure you avoid taking this, I think. So, good comps are maybe Lucian reroll. Edgelord. Darius feels like he's an up-and-coming comp. Ash and Jinx, Volley were all buffed. I wonder if there's a good double trouble comp. Also give him the chair looks better, like way better now. Also Golden Edge with the 2 starting gold. Okay, that's it. If you have any comments or reactions, feel free to drop them in the comment section. Anyway, see you guys next time. Bye bye.